It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 45. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
In 2021, Corey Davis made the move from the Tennessee Titans to the New York Jets. But injuries limited to only 9 games. When healthy, though, he had begun to show the promise that made him a top 5 pick by the Titans. A promising rep there, getting a first down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Jets at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hall again on 2nd down. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going. A touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're the group, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen the team just scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll start out here with the option left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And the Bengals had a remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a 34-31 New York victory. They'll be taken down. The Jets get it all for a sack. So now the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Loss of 10 can as multiple defenders get to him. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go. And now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This defense for the Bengals very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So good with the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete there to Beckham. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Moore, the man in motion. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, 79 yards. And the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wilson. It's caught by Davis. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Hall on a give up the middle. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Hall again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little... And now the rookie's free. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Wilson. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Moore, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They go play action with Wilson. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Zerline good with a PAT. Leading now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
11 MP, 11 MP.
From the 39, Burrow. He completes it to Beckham. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. Now Burrow on 1st down. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To the left, he's got Sample there. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation.
Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Moore, the man in motion. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Back to Mixon on second down. Given 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase. He completes it. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, 28 yards. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you're going to decide what's going to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 66 yards. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Gun.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 40 now on second down. Burrow, he sets to fire deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Bcbwk3 with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Now Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
Back to throw. Wilson. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Straight ahead is Hall.
They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. DJ Reader picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Burrow going to throw again. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coaches say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Wilson. Again, he finds Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first. Here's a give to Hall. He'll get this up to about the 44.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go. Set. Go, go. Yes. Charlie.
Wilson. It's caught by Davis. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to the ground with Hall. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. A handoff for Hall. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch. And it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They get one.
Now after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
11.
Throwing, Burrow.
It's caught. Beckham.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the 1st half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now Burrow.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Ball again on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. It's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist.